Have you been playing Magicka Warden and want to put pressure out like this? Or maybe big bursts like this? How about surviving like this? Well, you just got lucky, my friend. In this video, I'm going to show you the best sets, skills, burst rotations, and the changes that you need to be aware of to dominate as a Magicka Warden main in ESO. As always,
You're gonna love this.
hey, welcome back everybody. If you haven't already, make sure you check out this video here. It's going to give you the best reference points on the build that I run right now. And we're going to introduce you to some new builds coming up here shortly. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content like this. We'll be doing some more classes in just a bit. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, coming in first, we have the races. You have 3 choices for races. You have High Elf, Dark Elf, and Breton. Each of these races are awesome for Magicka Warden, where one shines above the rest, and we'll go over that later in the video. Next up, we have the skills and abilities. We're going to split these up into 2 sections, the front bar abilities and the back bar abilities. For the front bar spammable, you have 2 options based on if you're running staves or melee weapon. For the staves, your 2 choices are Screaming Cliff Racer and Force Pulse. The Screaming Cliff Racer has gotten a huge update for patch 35 where it boosts your damage and has become a solid option for staves when compared to the usual spammable Force Pulse. If using melee weapons, you also have the ability to use Screaming Cliff Racer, and if not, you want to use the Vampire spammable Arterial Burst or Blood for Blood, depending on your playstyle. These next few skills never leave your front bar because they are extremely important in setting up your kills. Those abilities are Deep Fissure, Bird of Prey, and Arctic Blast. All of these abilities receive major buffs in Update 35, especially Deep Fissure and Arctic Blast, and these are used to set up those big hits as you see here. And for the flex spot, I usually use Shimmering Shield or the other morph, Crystallized Slab. If you guys use something different, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll try it out. And for the ultimates, you also have 3 choices, Dawnbreaker of Smiting, Northern Storm, or Ice Comet. Each of these ultimates are great based on your playstyle and will land you kills if used correctly. Where Warden truly shines is on the back bar with all of its defensive capabilities, those being Blue Betty for the free purge, Ice Fortress for the major resolve and minor protection, the new Resolving Vigor for the massive heal and minor resolve, and Living Trellis for your cost efficient spammable heal. Next up, we have the flex abilities and ultimates. Depending on the weapon you use will determine which abilities are best, so let's take a look. For the Resto Staff and One-Handed Shield, you have the clear winner for this flex spot, Lotus Blossom. With the major savagery and the increased duration, this outperforms most other heals in this slot because you only have to cast it once a minute. For the ultimates, with the Resto Staff, you want to use Life Giver, and for the One-Handed Shield, you want to use Spell Wall. Both are great for the defensive to offensive transitions and are great for turning the tides in a heated fight. For the Ice Staff, which is my favorite choice, in this flex spot, you want to use Wall of Elements. The Ice Staff's Wall of Elements has a slew of benefits when it comes to PvP combat, which we'll go over in a later video. And for the ultimates, which are usable regardless of your back bar weapon choice, I prefer Northern Storm or Healing Thicket when using the Ice Staff. Now that you guys know which skills to use, let's go into your simple burst rotations that will land you those consistent PvP kills. If using Dawnbreaker for your ultimate, your combo goes Deep Fissure, Light Attack, Arctic Blast, Light Attack, Dawnbreaker, then spam your spammable. If using Northern Storm or Ice Comet, your combo goes Deep Fissure, Light Attack, Ice Ultimate, Light Attack, then Arctic Blast. And don't forget to finish with your spammable. Pretty easy, right? Getting these combos down will net you more kills in all aspects of PvP. So try it out. Let me know what you think about them in the comments below. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the sets. Before we get into the sets, towards the end of the video, I will give you the easiest build to get your hands on and the best race if you're new to the class. So stay tuned. Seeing as there are hundreds of sets in the game, I'm going to give you my top 3 monster sets, top 2 mythics, top 3 front bar sets, and top 3 back bar sets to get you guys going. For the monster sets, we have Battle Orgs for the massive burst combos, Bloodspawn for the consistent survivability, and my personal yet hilarious favorite, Nunatak for the complete lockdown control it gives on multiple opponents, coupled with the major brittle debuff it gives. For mythics, the most reliable mythic set out now is Markin. This gives you the best value for damage output and damage mitigation, followed closely by Sea Serpent's Coil. Sea Serpent's Coil has seen an uptick in use after patch 35 due to the tank meta that we're currently going through. So if you're looking to do big damage, I would highly suggest farming these ASAP. And a quick side note, make sure you guys grab a trainee chest piece and a trainee jewelry piece, whether it be the necklace or the ring. That way you guys can slot it in. It actually fits perfectly with the front bar, back bar set combos. Moving on, we have my top 3 front bar sets for the Magicka Warden. Those sets are Order's Wrath, Mechanical Acuity, and Flame Blossom. For the top 3 back bar sets, we have Clever Alchemist, Wretched Vitality, and Rallying Cry. All these sets can be used together in any combination, and you'll be able to secure kills and survive like a boss. Unless you're getting Zerg down, of course. So now that you guys have a solid grasp on what you should be running, let's go over my recommended race, sets, Mundus, and food buffs you should use to get the most out of Magicka Warden. For the race, Dark Elf brings the most to the table, especially if you are running Vampire, with the increased fire resistances and the line of stamina, which is important in PvP for blocking and dodge rolling. For the Mundus stones, you have 2 options. The most consistent option, of course, would be the Atrodoc Mundus. And if you're running my recommended set combo coming up, you want to grab the Shadow Mundus for the increased critical damage. And for my recommended consistent setup that you guys can get your hands on easily, you want to run Balorgs, a heavy trainee chest, the Marking Ring, Mechanical Acuity on the front bar, and Wretched Vitality on the back bar. I find these setups to be a very consistent and very easy setup to use. If you guys have any questions or have any other suggestions, you can always hit me up in the comments below, and I'm always looking for new things to run. And for the food buff, there's only ever one choice. Azorga's Barrel Haunch for the health boost, coupled with the solid regen for stamina and magicka, is just too good to pass up. They haven't created a new food for a while, and this one still reigns supreme, so make sure you guys use it as much as you can. And that pretty much sums up Magicka Warden for update 35. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like video breakdowns like these. Outside of that, good fight, and I'll see you in the next one.